Good morning, everyone. It is Black Friday, and Ron and I are super excited about what's going on with Avini. And we just wanted to do a real quick video to kind of highlight the promotions that are going on, as well as the ongoing promotion of the 50% more when you bring people in. So it's a great time to really build your business. The winter months are always great. Kids are in school, people have more time to look at stuff like this, and so we just wanted to talk about these promotions real quick. And so the first one, just remember that we've got the 50% more. It's an incredible opportunity to bring a new person in and be able to have them bring a couple people in, and they've basically broke even with their business. And to break even in a business in what could be in a day or two or a week is really rare, especially if you start thinking about traditional businesses. I mean, it takes, they say, 3 to 5, sometimes 7 years to get to a break even point in a traditional business. So we've got a rare opportunity to take advantage of that, and we only have a few more days to do it. And so we can lock and load and take some of these Black Friday specials that the company's doing and really grow your business. And so Rhonda and I just wanted to share some things this morning with you. And so I'm going to let Rhonda talk, and then I'll jump in. We'll kind of pass it back and forth, and we're going to be brief, hopefully just a few minutes, and we'll be out of your hair. So Rhonda, go ahead.
Okay, super excited. And like Greg was talking about the extra 50%, guys, people always want to know what's in it for them. But basically, it's like the fact that you can have somebody lock arms with you, join you at the $4.99, and you're going to make that $245. If they join at the $9.99, you're going to make $485. But very quickly, like I said, lock arms with them. I mean, I can remember so many businesses that I've gotten started in, and literally in the first 3 or 4 days, people were joining me. And so I know it's really doable because I've done it. And that's the cool thing, like Greg said, get them their money back. But not only that, you can put money in their pocket. So how many people can join something, get their money back, have money in their pocket in the first few days? That's huge. And get products that are life changing for their health. And I thought about something too, because you know, people, I think everything's earlier, like they said, like there's everything from every holiday is earlier and earlier. And it kind of is earlier too when you think about January 1st. What does everybody do? They're kind of thinking about, oh, got to take the holiday weight off and everything now. Well, let's do that earlier because our products like work synergistically together. And I was thinking about that as far as even if somebody came in at whatever pack, but because of the promos that they have for Black Friday, they can actually add those to it. There might be, like I said, the pain relief product is huge. Of course, the silver, we all know the benefits of that in the wintertime, right? So we all need the silver. And then, but all the products are amazing, and the joint health and the plus balance, but those things could be added to once they join as a distributor. So I don't want to, not forget about that. But another thing is that what I've been doing, and I think I've been teaching a lot of people to do this, is to kind of look at what you need personally as far as your volume and how your customers and distributors, and check all those boxes. But dig down into your team, because you only, all ships rise with the tide. So you need to dive down and look at what everybody else needs on your team and help them get that. And with both of these promos, the Black Friday and the extra 50%, I mean, absolutely everybody can get where they want to be just by utilizing this. And it does take action, it does take work. I always say put on your overalls, go to work, but it's much more fun if you can do it, like I said, with your team, with your sideline, whoever, because everybody can kind of bounce ideas off. And like, I know where everybody is. I know who needs 300 volume, who needs 400 volume, who needs 2 customers, 1 customer, whatever. I know that. And so do you know that? Do you know that on your team? Do you know how to help everyone get to the rank of silver executive? Look at what they need, because that's huge. A lot of people miss that little puzzle piece of the silver executive. So so I love that part of it because it does take some time, but it's time well spent because you're helping them, achieve their goals. And like I said, putting extra money in their pocket at Christmas time, it's a
Absolutely.
really good thing for everybody. So
Absolutely. And there's some nice little bonuses there at Silver Executive, and it doesn't take a whole lot to get there. And then to also the team commissions, and so somebody could put almost $1,000 in their pocket if they can hit Silver Executive between now and Christmas time. And everything's getting more expensive. To have an extra $1,000 to spend at Christmas, it would be really a blessing to many, many, many people. And so I just want to talk real quick about some ways that you can share this with your team and your customers. Just do a real quick, hey, have you seen the Black Friday specials? And you can do just something real quick message just to make them aware of it. Talk to your team, because your team, maybe some of the people on your team have been wanting to try some of the other products, and this is a great time to do it when they can get the discounts and get the Black Friday specials. And so by reaching out to your team and just making sure that they're all aware of them, not trying to pressure anybody into buying anything, but sometimes we don't buy because we don't know, right? And so we just don't want that to be the case. And with your customers as well, like if they're enjoying Cell Defender, one of my favorite products outside of Cell Defenders is the silver product. And so we've got a nice little bundle package for that with the gel and the spray. And so real simple, these packages, you're looking at about a $25 savings on for the distributor and about a $30 savings on the retail side, just to keep it simple. I'm not trying to get into the exact dollars, but a $25 or $30 savings is pretty significant. When you're looking at adding some of these products. And so if they're already thinking, hey, at some point down the road, I'd like to try this or try that, the motion and the balance product package, and then you've got the relief package. And so if somebody's been trying some of the other products and they're liking what they're experiencing with that, it's a great time to introduce them to these Black Friday specials. And Rhonda and I talk about this too. Like, there's a lot of people out there, they're spending money right now. They're spending money for Christmas. They're buying Black Friday specials. Me too. Sometimes I buy stuff and I'm like, why did I buy that? Oh, it was 50% off, and I didn't need it right away, but people are spending money, for Christmas and the holidays and things like that. And so we just want to make sure that we're an option for them. And so that's why I'm encouraging you to make sure that your team and your customers are aware of these, Black Friday specials. And so, it's a the other thing in marketing and in business, you always want to have a reason to reach out to your clients, your customers, your team members. And so it's a great opportunity to open the door again. And even with somebody, maybe they haven't ordered in a little while. This might be something, oh yeah, I've been meaning to get back on that. And I've been meaning to, I've always wanted to try this product or that product. It just opens the door and allows them the opportunity to look again. And so remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. And, Rhonda and I can both tell you, I can't tell you how many times, not just in this company, but in every company I've been with, how, it's in some people, it's taken 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get them to sit down and take a serious look. But, and so we just want to make sure that you're aware of them and that some ways to go out and reapproach people and get it in front of them so that they're aware about it. And so they're great benefits. So yeah, go ahead, Rhonda.
Okay. And so another thing is, I think if you attach a tool to it, like we have a video about the silver, about the pain relief, about the plus motion, about the plus balance, if you can kind of incorporate that with it, say, hey, I just watched this and oh my gosh, and now we have a Black Friday promo, with
Yep.
these products, whatever. And then also just the testimonials. And I think we did have enough little, snapshot recordings of Rick talking about the products too that would be good to send along with that. Or even just your own, I know we all have like our own personal testimony. Like with me, for example, the Plus Relief, I would say, well, when I got my toe smashed, this stuff in 30 minutes, I became pain free. I always want this on my shelf. And I just wanted to let you know, now we have this Black Friday promotion, where you can save whatever it is, 25, $28, whatever it was on this product. And I'll never not have it at my house, things like that. So I know a lot of the people on our team have a testimonial with the silver, and or just even how they use it. Hey, like I know Diane was talking about the silver gel and how she uses it as a natural deodorant, and how we use it, a lot of us anyways are using it, in our mouth after we brush our teeth. And so just because otherwise people don't even know how do you use that? What does it
Right.
do? And so just, taking it a step further with a little education, or, because all those things make a difference. And I think, I don't know. I just think it's huge for, like, I think about Kelly and her Plus Motion story, about how, and Marcella, and how, they gained range of motion back, and Kelly was sleeping better at night. I mean, people are looking for solutions, right? Solutions for problems that they're dealing with now. So be the solution. And everybody loves when the solution has savings attached to it, right? So
Absolutely.
that's my
Absolutely.
sense.
Everybody loves a deal, right?
Yep.
And you brought up a good point. I'll just tell a real quick story. I was at the dentist the other day, and she's asking me like, "What are you doing to take care of your teeth and stuff?" And so I told her that one of the things I do is I rinse with the silver. I put some silver in my mouth and I use it like mouthwash, and then I hold it in there and let's do its thing. And she was just so amazed, and she starts asking me about the silver product, and so I'm just giving her short answers to keep her, so I don't come like I'm trying to bring a fire hose, right? And she goes, oh man, she gets blown back. So anyway, she ended up giving me her email address, and I say that because just like Rhonda was saying, to use the tools, I sent her an email. In the back office, there's article about silver and the different types of silver that are good for you and why they're good for you or why they're bad for you. And it talks about 3 different types of silver. And a lot of people think silver is good for you no matter what. And that's not what this article talks about. And so I attached the article that talks about the different silvers. I sent her, I also attached the video link. I put the video link in the email for the silver product because that's what we talked about, right? And in the email, I also said, oh, by the way, I did a PS thing in the email because nobody does PSs anymore, right? So when you do that kind of stuff, it kind of like, what is this? Like, so I did a PS. Oh, by the way, we have a product that removes heavy metal toxins from the body. And if you'd like to check that out, go to defendyourselves.com. And so, like Rhonda was saying, when you put stuff together and you send out to stuff, if you've got somebody that's specifically, I can't say that right today, but that's specifically interested in a certain product, you can go back in and look. There's newsletters in the back office that highlight different products. There's product information and different brochure things. There's all kinds of great tools that you can attach into your email, and then also provide links to stuff. And it's a great way to put the tools in front of them instead of, like I always say, point to the information, don't be the information. And so Rhonda brought up a great point about that. And I just wanted to share with you, there's a lot of great resources that you can add to your email, and you don't have to put a lot of words in there. You can just keep it short, attach, put a video in there and maybe an article or a newsletter or something from the back office, and get it out in front of them. And, even if they don't take advantage of the Black Friday specials, maybe sometime next month they order, or maybe, when they get a chance to go back over and look at it. But important thing is to follow up and be in front of people. So,
Right. And I think that's what Greg said was it's always like people want to know the how-tos, but it's how do you do the how-tos, you know? So what he just told you was a great example, a real life situation that he did and the steps on what he did and how he did it. So that was awesome. So it's kind of like a learning, it's like I love it because you can earn while you learn, right? And so you take what you can from other people and that's great, Greg, because you talked about the back office, because we can kind of forget or don't even know there's so much information everywhere, right? So just kind of thinking about what to send or just doing something different. A lot of times it's like I always say, if what you're doing isn't working, then change it up, do something a little bit different. And so yeah, and it's just a sense of urgency, right? With having a few days here, it's like it makes everybody like actually take action and quit making excuses, because when it's over, you don't want to say, darn, missed that, shoulda, coulda, woulda done this, and
Right.
so it just I love it because it's like it's always about new people. It really is. And it's all about, our reach outs to new people. So even if it doesn't end up, worst case scenario that you don't get a sale or you don't get somebody, it's like at least, you're doing the activity. So I don't attach myself to the outcome. I attach myself to doing the activity. Okay. Because I can't,
Exactly.
make them do whatever, but I can say, okay, I did it. And rather than say, oh, shoot, missed it, didn't do that, So I love it.
Well,
So,
and there's two ways to grow your team, right? With new people, or giving the people that you have the opportunity to buy more products. And so, the Black Friday deals do just that. They give opportunity for people to save money and get some great promotions. And so, Rhonda, that's all I had for this morning.
oh,
If
the
you
other thing I didn't say was, and some people will sweeten the deal. I mean, that's up to you. But if you want to throw in another little freebie, or if you want to give them whatever, $10, I'll Venmo you $10 to help on the shipping, whatever. I mean, some people will do that too. Or you might say, hey, with all my new customers that order, I'm shipping them a free sample of the new meal replacement, vanilla, or the new whatever kind of samples you have, you know. So, because I think people are with the Black Friday, they're kind of used to that, right? They're used to not only the deal, but I was thinking about the deals that I did. And oh, by the way, then if you do this, we're going to give you this, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't have to, but it's just an idea. A lot of times people will pull the trigger if there's something extra in there. It's always what's in it for them. So
Yeah.
if it's something that they're interested in, it might work. I don't know. It's worth a shot.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, when you get somebody who tries a product, it's always great to say, hey, I'm going to reward you for being a customer, and we've got travel packs for just about all the products. So if they're, for example, you don't want to sample them the product they bought, right? You want to sample them a different product. So if somebody buys the Relief Black Friday special, and you have a sample of the silver, throw in a sample of silver or whatever, like Rhonda was saying, just whatever you might have, and you can sweeten the deal a little bit and expose them to another product. They may get the silver and try it and love it and go, man, I got to buy some of this, right? So it's just different ways to grow your business, expose more of your product line, and get people, at least in a position where they can make a decision to buy, because if they don't know about it, they can't buy it. So,
And also, Greg, you made a great point when you talked about the defendyourselves.com. I mean, that's one of our greatest resources now, right? That we want to use. And so even if that's not in the promo, in the Black Friday promo, but I love to say, because the products, a lot of our products anyways, are putting the good things in, this is how we take the bad things out. And
Right.
this is what makes everything else that we do that's good work better. And so it
Mhm.
gives you an opportunity, like Greg said, to throw another little hook in there and say, oh, this was really eye-opening to me as to how important it is to detoxify from the heavy metals and toxins and things like that. So, there's just all kind of ways to do it. You don't have to feel that you're doing anything wrong, because as long as you're doing it, it's right. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like the people that don't do it, then that's wrong. But if you're doing it in any way, shape, or form, nobody's going to grade you on what you did, right? Or what
Right.
So I love it when people, go out and fall off your bike 10 times, because then you'll eventually hop back on
Learn to
and
ride, right?
learn how to ride the bike. It takes me more than 10, trust me. So, don't be afraid.
I still fall off once in a while.
It's in all the failures, that we rise above all that, and we become who we're, destined to be. And the same thing with other people. If they see that you're not afraid to fail, then they're not afraid to fail either. Well, what the heck? Why not?
Right. Yep.
Anyways. So super excited. And you can reach out to your mentor, to your sponsor, whoever it is that you're working with. If you don't know how to maximize by drilling down through your team, you can work with Greg or myself, because we have done that for years. We know how to do that. And so we just want to help you all be successful and help as many people as we can, and use the tools that we've been given. And so that's why we wanted to have this little Zoom.
Yep. Well, sounds good, Rhonda. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. And, again, like Rhonda said, if you're trying to figure out, putting together something or getting something in front of somebody, and, you need help, all you have to do is reach out. I think you all know that. So y'all take care. Have a great day, and we'll catch up to you soon.
All right. Bye. God bless you guys.